Welcome to the longest running quiz show in the area. Categories. High school students compete to answer questions on topics from art to science, history to current events. And now, here's your categories host, John Bartell.
Hi, welcome to Categories. Today we're bringing you a very competitive match between Shawnee Mission rivals, the Shawnee Mission Northwest Cougars, coached by Vonda Morris, versus the Shawnee Mission North Indians, coached by Lisa Breidenbach. Let's go ahead and meet our competitors. First, from Northwest.
I'm Jessica, and I'm a junior.
I'm Jack, I'm a sophomore.
I'm Liam, I'm a junior.
I'm Catherine, I'm a freshman.
And I'm Olivia, I'm a freshman as well.
And our competitors from North.
I'm Antonio, and I'm a senior.
I'm Tyler, and I'm a freshman.
I'm Logan, and I'm a freshman.
I'm Brian, and I'm a freshman.
I'm Alyssa, and I'm a senior.
All right, fantastic. Here on Categories, we will take turns in the first round answering questions. When a team responds correctly, they earn a point for their team. If they answer incorrectly, the other team will get a chance to steal the category. We did a coin toss before we started taping. It was won by the Indians, so Shawnee Mission North. Here is the first question, and the category is World Geography. What Middle Eastern city's name means City of Peace? Tyler?
Mecca.
It is not Mecca. Cougars, chance to steal this world geography question. What Middle Eastern city's name means the City of Peace?
Baghdad.
It is not Baghdad. It's Jerusalem. Jerusalem. Northwest, you do get the next question. It is a U.S. government. What federal agency serves as the watchdog for Congress on all government expenditures? Indians, chance to steal this U.S. government question. What federal agency serves as a watchdog for Congress on all government expenditures? Tyler.
Department of Revenue.
Cannot accept Department of Revenue. We're looking for General Accounting Office, the General Accounting Office. Indians, we are staying with you, and poetry is the category. In one of his poems, words were said that his heart leapt up when he beheld in the sky what colorful natural phenomenon? Logan.
A rainbow.
It is a rainbow. Cougars, coming back to you, current events is your category. At least 900 people were killed in what country after Hurricane Matthew devastated the southern part of this island nation? Jack.
Haiti.
It is Haiti. North, coming back to you, religion is the category. What is the oldest and most deeply rooted of all Chinese religious practices? Brian.
Hinduism.
I cannot accept Hinduism. Cougars, chance to steal this religion category. What is the oldest and most deeply rooted of all Chinese religious practices? Jessica.
Buddhism.
It's not Buddhism. It's ancestor worship. Ancestor worship. Cougars, we are staying with you. Vocabulary is the category. A prison, an enclosed rectangular area often found on college campuses. And 1 quadrillion British thermal units can be expressed by the same 4-letter word. What is the word? Jack.
A yard.
It is not a yard. Oh. Indians, chance to steal this vocabulary question. A prison, an enclosed rectangular area often found on college campuses, and 1 quadrillion British thermal units can all be expressed by the same 4-letter word. What is the word? Antonio?
Quad.
Quad. Very good. Staying with you, Indians, sports, specifically rodeo. How many of the animal's legs must a cowboy tie in calf roping contests? Tyler?
2.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Cougars, chance to steal this sports rodeo question. How many of the animal's legs must a cowboy tie in a calf roping contest? Jessica.
4.
It is 3. It is 3. But we are staying with you, Northwest. World history is the category. England was caught up in 2 revolutions during the latter part of the 18th century. One was the American Revolution. The other was a more subtle domestic revolution. What was this change which transformed England and the Western world? Jack.
Industrial Revolution.
Industrial Revolution. Very good. Indians, U.S. history. Who was president when the Department of Health, Education, and Welfare was set up? The Supreme Court ruled against segregation in public schools, and the AFL-CIO formed one union, and the St. Louis Seaway opened. Who was the president? Antonio.
Dwight D. Eisenhower.
Eisenhower, very good. Cougars, general knowledge. The standard fallout shelter sign is what two colors? Liam.
Yellow and black.
Yellow and black. Geometry is your category, Indians. What is the product of the slopes of two perpendicular lines? Logan?
-1.
-1, very good. Northwest, back to you. Musicals is the category. Name this town of Cornwall, the home of Gilbert and Sullivan's Buccaneers. Time on that. North, chance to steal this musicals category. Name this town of Cornwall, the home to Gilbert and Sullivan's Buccaneers. Tyler?
Oxford.
It is not Oxford. It's Penzance, for the Pirates of Penzance. Ask your parents about that one. It's a good musical. All right. Indians, you do get the next category. It is biology. Human blood is divided into 4 groups. Group O is known as the universal donor. What group is known as the universal recipient? Logan.
AB.
AB, very good. Coming back to you, Cougars, you have current events. Abel Curie and Florence Kiplagat were the men's and women's marathon winners in Chicago. What country do both runners call home? Jack.
Kenya.
Kenya. Back to you, North. Literature is the category. Name 3 of the 4 main characters in Kenneth Grahame's Wind in the Willows. Cougars, coming back to you for this literature category, chance to steal. Name 3 of the 4 main characters in Kenneth Grahame's Wind in the Willows. Well, we have toad, mole, badger, and water rat. Good characters. Cougars, we stay with you. Economics is the category. What do we call the difference between the value of a country's exports and imports? Liam.
Gross domestic product.
I cannot accept that, sorry. Indians, chance to steal this economics category. What do we call the difference between the value of a country's exports and imports? Tyler?
Trade insurance, no.
I'm sorry, cannot accept that. You were close. Trade balance or balance of trade. Either one would have been acceptable. Indians, we are staying with you. World geography is the category. What country's city of Sheffield has been an iron and steel making center since the 14th century? Tyler?
Lebanon.
I cannot accept Lebanon. Cougars, chance to steal this world geography category. What country's city of Sheffield has been an iron and steel making center since the 14th century? Jack.
The United Kingdom.
United Kingdom, we'll accept that. Cougars, we're going to stay with you. Another world geography question. What island of the British West Indies has St. John's as its capital? Jack.
Trinidad and Tobago.
I'm sorry, I cannot accept that. Indians, chance to steal this world geography question. Tyler?
Virgin Islands.
I cannot accept Virgin Islands. We're looking for Antigua. Antigua. Back to you, Indians. U.S. history. This noted American was judge of the Tennessee Supreme Court from 1789 to 1804. In 1824, he ran for president and received more electoral votes than any of his 3 opponents. But when the election was decided in the House, he was defeated. Name him. Antonio.
John Quincy Adams.
It is not John Quincy Adams. Cougars, chance to steal this U.S. history question. This noted American was a judge of the Tennessee Supreme Court from 1789 to 1804. In 1824, he ran for president and received more electoral votes than any of his three competitors. But when the election was decided in the House, he was defeated. Name him. Jessica.
John Marshall.
It is not John Marshall. It was Andrew Jackson. Andrew Jackson. Cougars, staying with you. Sports is the category. What word is uttered in fencing to acknowledge a hit? Jack?
Hit.
Cannot accept that, sorry. Indians, chance to steal this sports category. What word is uttered in fencing to acknowledge a hit? Antonio.
Point.
It is not point. It is touche. Touche. Indians, vocabulary is your category. What distinguishing quality would you have if you could be called a centenarian? Cougars, chance to steal this vocabulary question. What distinguishing quality would you have if you could be called a centenarian?
You've lived 100 years.
Go ahead, Olivia.
Sorry, you've lived 100 years.
100 years or more. Very good. Cougars, we once again, you have the next category. It is film, specifically actresses. In a 1980 book, she was quoted as saying, "I never said I want to be alone. I said I want to be left alone." Name this famous actress. Jessica?
Marilyn Monroe.
It is not Marilyn Monroe. Indians, chance to steal this film actresses category. In a 1980 book, she was quoted as saying, "I never said I want to be alone. I said I want to be left alone." Name this famous actress. Antonio?
Audrey Hepburn.
It's not Audrey Hepburn. It's Greta Garbo. Greta Garbo. Both excellent guesses, though. North, another math question. Geometry. What is the term for two or more circles that lie in the same plane and have the same center? Logan?
Co-planner.
Cannot accept that. Cougars, chance to steal this math geometry question. What is the term for two or more circles that lie in the same plane and have the same center? They're termed concentric. Concentric. That siren does denote the end of our first half of play, and Shawnee Mission Northwest has a slight lead with a score of 6 to Shawnee Mission North 5. At this time in our program, we will go to a member of each team as they will deliver a campus update. And first from Shawnee Mission Northwest, we have Jessica. Jessica, what is happening with the Cougars?
Okay, so this past Saturday, our marching band went to the K-State Marching Festival in Manhattan and got a 1 rating, which is superior, is the highest rating. And we're going again this Saturday to Topeka. Our girls tennis team came in 4th in doubles, which is the first time that they've placed in the past 30 years. Our football team has an away game this Friday. Our theater department is putting on their fall musical, which is the Sister Act, from November 3rd to the 5th. And our girls volleyball team has their senior night tomorrow.
All right, fantastic, good stuff. A lot of things happening. And Alyssa, you are giving the update for Shawnee Mission North. What is happening on Johnson Drive?
Well, coming up in this next week, we'll be opening the show Anatomy of Grey, which is our fall show. Also, the choir is doing a fundraiser for the Music and Memory program, which is funded by Apple, where you donate iPods for people who suffer from dementia, and it helps stimulate their brain. Also, this past week, our band went to Warrensburg, where they placed 1st in their division, and then our last football game, we won 68-31.
All right, fantastic. Now, I know with the iPod project, you're doing that with the North Area Choir Festival, is that correct?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
So all the area schools should be helping out.
Yeah, so all the schools and all the kids can bring in iPods, CDs, anything related to Apple, and they can donate that, and then that goes to a foundation that's centered around bringing memory back to people with dementia through music.
Awesome, fantastic. All right, as we head into our second half, it is the lightning round, and as tradition here on Categories, we will start our lightning round with our look and listen question. We have a monitor and speakers here in the studio for our contestants to participate, as well as we will display the same images for you at home. The look and listen question is worth 2 points, and just a reminder to those the contestants that once someone rings in, we cannot stop the video and rewind it. We have to play it from that or answer from that point forward. So here we go, both teams, hands on buzzers. Here is the look at listen question. Name this waterway. Brian.
The River Thames.
The River Thames, very good. 2 points. As we head into the remainder of our lightning round, questions are placed on the floor for either team to answer. And if a team answers correctly, they receive a point for their squad. If they answer incorrectly, the other team still gets a chance to steal. So here we go, both teams, hands on buzzers. U.S. Geography is the category. Which Midwest school operates the Arizona National Laboratory and the Yerkes Observatory? Brian?
Arizona State University.
I cannot accept that. Cougars, U.S. Geography is the category. Which Midwest school operates the Arizona National Laboratory and the Yerkes Observatory? Jack?
Arizona University.
It's not Arizona. It's actually not in Arizona, but believe it or not, the University of Chicago operates both of those. That'd be a heck of a commute. All right. Both teams, general knowledge of trees is the category. Identify the common name for the largest and most important of the conifers that provides pitch, turpentine, paper pulp, and more lumber than any other tree family. Jack.
Pine.
It is pine. Science, physics. What is the term applied to two forces which act simultaneously in the same direction? Tyler.
Net force.
I cannot accept net force. Cougars, chance to steal this science physics question. What is the term applied to two forces which act simultaneously in the same direction? Olivia.
Cooperative forces?
They're not cooperative, they're parallel forces. Another science question, this time chemistry. Among the compounds called alkanes, the hexanes are C6H14. And which hydrocarbons are, now I need the name for the hydrocarbons that are C8H18. Antonio.
Hydrogen carbide.
Cannot accept hydrogen carbide. Cougars, chance to steal this chemistry question. Among the compounds called alkanes, the hexanes are C6H14. Which hydrocarbons are C8H18? Those are the octanes. U.S. government for both teams. For what purposes do FICA deductions go? Jack.
Your credit score?
It is not your credit score. Indians, chance to steal this U.S. government question. For what purpose do FICA deductions go? Logan.
Your taxes.
Cannot accept the taxes. It is for Social Security. Support Social Security. U.S. geography. The last major battle fought before the American forces camped at Valley Forge was Germantown. What large city is close to Germantown? Antonio.
Scranton.
It is not Scranton. Cougars, chance to steal this U.S. geography question. The last major battle fought before the American forces camped at Valley Forge was Germantown. What large city is close to Germantown? Jack.
Massachusetts.
I'm sorry, I can't accept that. It's Philadelphia. World history this time. It was the only Nazi-occupied nation in World War II that passed no anti-Jewish laws and expropriated no Jewish property. Name this monarchy whose people ferried virtually the entire Jewish population to safety in Sweden. Jack?
Denmark.
It is Denmark. With that correct answer, you've taken the lead, 8-7. General knowledge. According to the Red Cross, the standard first aid for first and second degree burns begins with what? Brian?
Cold water.
Cold water. Language is the next category. You can have a déjà vu, meaning already seen. And also, what else can you have, meaning already heard? That's a déjà entendu. First time I've heard that one. At least I think it is. All right. You're welcome. All right. Fine arts. Fine arts, theater. From your knowledge of the theater, tell me what playwright had 4 Broadway hit shows running simultaneously? Tyler?
Tennessee Williams.
It is not Tennessee Williams. Cougars, chance to steal this fine arts theater question. From your knowledge of theater, tell me what playwright had 4 Broadway hit shows running simultaneously? Jessica.
Andrew Lloyd Webber.
It's not Andrew Lloyd Webber, it's Neil Simon. Neil Simon. Earth science for both teams. Scientists made what objects, let me start over. Scientists first made what objects artificially in 1955 by subjecting a compound containing graphite to great temperatures and pressures equal to those found 240 miles below the Earth's surface? Liam.
Diamonds.
Diamonds, very good. Another literature question. Of noted authors, Joyce Kilmer, Hart Crane, Flannery O'Connor, and Evelyn Waugh, which one was a woman? Jessica.
Flannery O'Connor.
That's the one. Very good. U.S. government for both teams. None of the presidents of the Continental Congresses ever became president of the United States, but one of them became Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. Who was he? Jack.
John Marshall.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Indians, chance to steal this U.S. government question. None of the presidents of the Continental Congresses ever became president of the United States, but one of them became Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. Who was he? It was John Jay. John Jay. U.S. geography. Name one of the 2 U.S. Marine Corps boot camps. Antonio.
Camp Pendleton, San Diego.
Very good. We will take that. World history. Julius Caesar first benefited from the informal coalition known as the First Triumvirate when he was elected to which post in 59 BC? Liam?
Senator.
It is not senator. North, chance to steal this world history question. Julius Caesar first benefited from the informal coalition known as the First Triumvirate when he was elected to which post in 59 BC? Consul. Consul is what we're looking for. Another military question. The Marines have the Marines hymn. What are the service hymns for, let's just do this. What is the service hymn for the U.S. Air Force? Antonio.
Air Force March.
I cannot accept Air Force March. Cougars, chance to steal this military question. The Marines have the Marines hymn. What is the service hymn for the United States Air Force? Wild Blue Yonder. General knowledge for both teams. What magazine or website has become so influential among car shoppers that some automakers now send pre-production cars for this organization to test and make suggestions before the vehicles hit showrooms? Tyler.
Auto Week.
It is not Auto Week. Cougars, chance to steal this general knowledge question. What magazine, now website, has become so influential? Liam?
J.D. Power.
It is not J.D. Power, it's Consumer Reports. Consumer Reports. You guys were in the right ballpark for sure. Literature. Literature is the next category. Name the object which is used as the major symbol in John Donne's Meditation 17 and Hemingway's novel of the Spanish Civil War. Oh, Jessica.
A bell.
It is a bell. Very good. You guys open up a 2-point lead. Scores 11-9. Vocabulary, word origin. The word atom derives from Greek meaning what? Antonio.
Indivisible.
Indivisible. Very good. Another science question, this time engineering. In 1960, only 54 pounds of this metal were used in the average car. Today, some 200 pounds are used because it's lighter and easier to recycle. Jack.
Aluminum.
It is aluminum. Fine arts, music. Chicken tetrazzini, peach melba, and sauce Caruso are all foods named after members of what profession? Jessica.
Composers.
They are not composers. Indians, chance to steal this fine arts music category. Chicken tetrazzini, peach melba, and sauce Caruso are all foods named after members of what profession? Antonio.
Opera.
They were opera singers. Very good. World geography. The adjective Tyrolean is associated with what country? Austria. Math is the next category. What is the sum of the sides of a stop sign and a yield sign and a honeycomb? Jack.
8.
Sorry, I cannot accept that. Logan.
17.
It is 17, and with that correct answer, you've tied up the score. Mythology is the next category for both teams. In Greek mythology, who was the husband of Medea? Olivia.
Jason.
It is Jason. And with that correct answer at the buzzer, you guys have taken a lead of 13-12. Congratulations, Shawnee Mission Northwest, with a buzzer winner. As I said, the final score is Shawnee Mission Northwest 13, Shawnee Mission North 12. An excellent played match here on Categories. Please join us again next time as we'll continue to bring you the best and brightest minds of high school students all throughout Johnson County.